Now as we drift, you're going to see broken side rail on each side. Believe broken done by the salvage company when they towed this ship over here. They would have wrapped huge chains and straps around this tow post to get it here. Forward just a little bit. Here's the tow post, then the companionway and chain locker. Now I mentioned sleeping quarters for two. Probably the two guys at the low end of the totem pole. Riding in front of that boat would have been a little bit rougher than to ride in the back. So seniority had its advantages even back in those days. The small metal rings there, picture anchor chains coming out of those rings with the anchors sitting right there on the deck of the ship. Jumping a little bit farther, you're going to see that foremast hole come into view. Once again, 3 feet in diameter. And if we pull ahead just a little bit, Captain, there we go. And you're going to have the bilge pump hole, 12 inches in diameter, manually pump water from the hull of the ship from that location, followed by the front or forward cargo hatch. And if we can stay about where we're at, maybe ahead just a hair. Centerboard trunk starts where the beam comes across over there. Centerboard trunk built right into the hull of the ship. A log beam that was dropped through the deck of the ship lays right here. Once again, salvage company caved in the deck of this ship, so those hard hat divers, guys with the great big brass helmet, leather suit, air hose running up to the surface, and hopefully his best buddy up there pumping them fresh air. Because it's been hours down there, loading chunks of iron ore into huge buckets, and then they would hoist it up. Centerboard hatch right there, raise and lower the centerboard from that location. This would have been a two-masted ship. Second mast would have been located right here in this caved-in deck area. Now I mentioned broken side rail, divers tied off to the boat. 1980, the Elgin Underwater Preserve was established to protect all shipwrecks and anything of historical value within 1 mile of the Elgin County shoreline. Divers no longer tie off to the ship, they tie off to the white mooring buoy out front. They no longer deface these ships or take souvenirs. Their motto today, we take only pictures, we leave only bubbles. Right here is the aft and the rear cargo hatch, followed by the big opening, the cabin area. And you'll be able to see those large beams down there in the dark water. Cabin floor rested right on those beams, recessed into the hull by about 4 feet. And it was common when these ships went down, the pressure would build up so great that those cabins would pop. Now I mentioned a popular dive site, so popular 6 summers ago, one of our captains actually performed a wedding right on the stern deck of the Bermuda. A couple had dove the site together several times, fell in love, decided right there is where they wanted to get married. Our captain went down there using cue cards. Deal was, neither one swam away, they were hitched. They both stayed put, got married right there on the stern deck of the Bermuda. Rudder post right there, and then the stern rail one more time, right out over the back corner here. Pretty awesome sight, huh? 135 feet long, 26 feet wide, fully intact, sitting on the bottom of the exterior. It's been down there over 140 years. It's going to be down there for thousands of years. And I'll explain a little